I did not kill him.
Welcome to this week's special edition of Crime Fighters, the Police and You Case File. Penultimate week, Nigerians and indeed the world woke up to a news break about the CEO of superTv, Mr. Michael Usifo Ataga, who was reportedly killed by one Chidimma Ojukwu, a 21-year-old 300-level student of the Department of Mass Communication, University of Lagos. Prior to the news break, the said victim was found dead in a serviced apartment in Lekki Phase 1, Lagos. The media was agog with speculations and theories about who could be responsible for his death. There were insinuations that the said media entrepreneur could have been killed by assassins. By the dawn of Thursday, 24 June 2021, the Commissioner of Police Lagos State Command, Hakeem Odumosun, paraded a young lady, Chidimma Ojukwu, who confessed to the crime in the full glare of the press and members of the public.
On the 15th of June 2021, so the lady there by name Chidimma, so a 21-year-old lady and 300-level mass communication students of University of Lagos, checked in into a service apartment in Lekki with the late man on that Sunday. So they were there together as friends. On Tuesday, she departed, left the man inside. So when the man did not come out on Tuesday, on Wednesday, I think, those who are evacuating the trash bins, so went in to do their normal duty and discovered that the door to the apartment was a bit half opened. The door was opened and to remove the trash, and the man was found on the floor in the pool of the blood with the boxers only on. And that was the story, that was the beginning. And we started our investigation. So we started doing all the leads. Yesterday night, we were able to track her and got her arrested. So, and she has confessed to the committal of the offense. If she'll tell you her story by herself.
He asked me to get a shortlet where we can stay. So I got it. I checked for it online and then I sent it. I sent to him. He said I should go check it out. Then I went to check it out, and then he paid for it. That was how it is that day. On Monday we were together drinking, smoking. We had fun. So I went to get food for all of us. Both of us, I mean. And then that was what happened. Then on Tuesday, he was trying to make advances on me, which I was tired, but he became violent on it. So he got his way, which I let him. And then in the afternoon, towards afternoon, we ordered for smoke. And also roofies together. So that was what we took. And then we ate the food that we had on Monday. So we became high, and I wasn't happy for the first one he did, so I was still on my own, just smoking and drinking with my food that I've eaten. So he too was on his own couch. Then he came on to me while I was watching movie. We were both watching movie. So he came on to me and was like, I was like, no, I'm not happy with what you did in the first one. And then I was like, you don't help me, you don't assist me in anything, but yet you just playing with me around. And then he was like, oh, okay, take my ATM now, I can go and withdraw what you want. And then he said the pin. I was like, that's not what I meant. So it became violence or trying to get to me, and I was resisting and defending myself. And at some point, he hit my head on the wall, and I also retaliated. And also, at some point, it was choking me, which I was on the kitchen cabinet. I lay on the kitchen cabinet while he was choking me, and then I stretched out the knife, and then I stabbed his neck. The first one was twice the instance. The first one on the neck side. That was the first one. And then when I stabbed him the first one twice, I threw the knife on the bed. Then he was going for it while I went for it. So while I laid on the bed, that's when he came on me to hold the knife, and that's when I managed to stab him with the knife. And then when he dragged the knife from me, he managed to slice my hand. And then as he was holding it, the knife broke, so it slipped off from his hand. I still managed to held to it, but then it was now weak, and then he fell on the floor.
The day after the parade, guesswork and commentaries escalated on national television stations and social media platforms, many of them examining the claim of Chidimma and raised doubts about the investigative process of the Nigeria police. Yet, other commentators propounded ideas on the circumstances that led to the murder of the deceased. It was against this backdrop that crime fighters, Nigeria's #1 resource on safety and crime, decided to dig deep into the case to shed more light on some hidden facts relating to the death of Mr. Michael Usifo Ataga. We also had one-on-one interview with the principal suspects. At this point, we'd like to state that this interview was conducted with the consent of the suspect. Listen to Chidimma speak to her background, how she met the deceased, and the extent of their relationship before the incident.
I'm a student and I'm also into beauty. Mass communication Unilag. Growing up was a little bit difficult financially, emotionally. My real parents divorced when I was little. So I lived with my uncle and then moved to my mom's place. Then I got adopted. It was a friend that I introduced to him, and then he picked interest and adopted me. I left our place to my dad's place. That was where he took me to my senior sis. I have a senior sis, and that was where we were. So we had problem with the accommodation, and then she met somebody that introduced to my dad now, and then he adopted me. From my uncle's place, went to government school, which I didn't finish. Then went to my mom's place. She didn't put me through school throughout when I was with her before taking me to my dad's place. Then my dad's place to my sister's place, which I didn't go to school till I got adopted. Then I went to school. I stopped at that JSS when my aunt left me to my mom's place at JS2. So the next time I was entering school was SS1. I went to Sivman College. It's around Sabo. From SS2, there was no finance to further up, so I was out from school when I was doing lesson. So I wrote my JAM, WAEC and NECO, and I passed and entered into Unilag. I was not much of a talker or associating with people. I just more of on my own. It was through a girl that I know. She was a friend to his friend, so she invited me out. I met her in a group where I was added randomly. That was how we got talking. When we exchanged contacts, it was already late at that time for me to go back home. So we decided, okay, let's go to your house. My house was on the mainland, so it was late to go back home. That's when we went home to his house at VGC. We had movies, we had drinks, and he had smoke also. Next day morning, I went home. Some weeks after, we met again. He doesn't talk much about himself. He's quite busy, like a busy person. I would say that at some point in time, got to know that he likes to carry girls, and he smokes, he drinks, and takes drug also. So I don't know deep about him. His character, he gets angry easily. He has issue with his wife. So, but his children is what is targeted as family man. He wasn't into happy married life or something. He was just more of catering for his kids. I can't remember some of his friends that I've met, but remember their faces kind of really, or their names, but I've met two people that I said friends something. I don't have 10 million in my bank account, so I have 400 or 500 accounts. Michael gave me his laptop. He had 2 laptops, so I told him that I wanted laptop, so he gave me one, and that was what I sold to get the money. So it was a Mac Pro. I wasn't doing ushering when I was with him anymore. I was getting more from him than doing the ushering, so there was no need ushering. Ushering can be 15k, 20k. It gives me more than the ushering. The apartment where it was said it was leaking, so then they said I should book. They said it was free and I too was free, so let's then see. It was Sunday on the 13th June. I decided to check online about the shortlets because it said that I didn't want hotel. There will not be Netflix, or it will not be fun, being in the house or something. So that was when I decided to check for a shortlet. So I sent it to him and he said it was okay. Then he said I should go check the place out. So I checked it and it was okay. Then he made payment. He sent 105. That was for 4 days. After I paid the money, so after 1 hour, he came. When he came, then we went to get food. We went out to eat and also get drinks. And we're just indoor watching movie, drinking, smoking. He woke up before me, but I was still feeling sleepy and dizzy because of the smoke, drink, and the drug. So he asked what I need, what we need. So I was we need to buy food and drug because the drug that we brought already finished. He sent the money to the account. Why the other one, he gave me the card because I was trying to make payments and it didn't go through. So he gave me the card. I didn't have access to his card, but I know the PIN code. Before I was leaving, he stood up to lock the door. But when I got in, I was knocking. As there was no answer, I opened the door, was already open, it wasn't locked. And the duvet was on the floor, plus pillows. The bed, the couch was facing the door, and the bed was stained with blood already. And the floor where he was blood, and then music was on, the TV was on. The room was already disarranged, someone broke in. Then I saw him on the floor. I didn't know what to do. I took my things with his thing and left. I was afraid. I didn't